Everyone needs an uncle who gives advice like Iroh. Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Iroh quotes from Avatar: The Last Airbender. For this list, we're going over some of the most memorable, inspiring, and funny things said by Iroh from the animated series Avatar: The Last Airbender and its sequel, The Legend of Korra. Some of these quotes will touch on plot points, so spoilers ahead.
I know you're not supposed to cry over spilled tea, but it's just so sad.
Number 10. Life happens. On the outs with the Fire Nation, Iroh and his nephew Prince Zuko are forced to flee to Ba Sing Se, capital of the Earth Kingdom. Once there, the duo gets jobs working at a tea shop.
The secret ingredient is love.
Given his love of tea, Iroh is naturally thrilled, but Zuko compares the city to a prison, complaining that he doesn't want to make a life there.
This city is a prison. I don't want to make a life here.
Iroh replies that life will happen whether Zuko tries to make one there or not.
Life happens wherever you are, whether you make it or not.
It's great advice on making the best of whatever life throws at you. Number 9. Admit mistakes. This anthology-style episode follows various cast members in short vignettes around the walled city of Ba Sing Se. Iroh's tale sees the former general running errands around town. At one point, he comes across a group of Earthbender kids playing a game similar to soccer. However, their play leads to their ball going through a man's nearby paper window screen. Iroh advises the children that owning up to your mistakes is the best way to restore honor.
It is usually best to admit mistakes when they occur, and to seek to restore honor.
While this is a good policy, we also have to agree with Iroh that sometimes running away is better, such as when the large angry man comes after them.
When I'm through with you kids, the window won't be the only thing that's broken!
But not this time. Run!
Number 8. Overrated. Iroh may be nominally in opposition to the Avatar and his friends, but he never bears them any ill will. So, when Zuko's sister Azula kidnaps her brother and Katara, Iroh is all too willing to work together with the young heroes.
Aang, you go with Iroh to look for Katara and the Angry Jerk. No offense.
None taken.
And I'll go with Toph to warn the Earth King about Azula's coup.
While traveling down a tunnel together, Aang asks Iroh for advice. He recounts being asked to let go of someone he loves to acquire more power.
But to do it, I had to let go of someone I love. And I just couldn't.
Iroh states that perfection and power are overrated, and that Aang was wise to choose happiness and love instead. The latter two concepts can be fulfilling on their own, but without them, power and perfection are empty.
Perfection and power are overrated. I think you are very wise to choose happiness and love.
Number 7. Sources of wisdom.
Lightning is a pure expression of firebending, without aggression.
In order to better combat Azula, Iroh decides to teach Zuko how to improve his firebending. When Zuko has difficulty learning how to shoot lightning, Iroh instead tries to teach Zuko how to redirect it instead. To preface this, however, Iroh discusses the four nations as well as their corresponding elements and general characters. Although Zuko is confused, Iroh explains that he learned the technique by studying the waterbenders.
Why are you telling me these things?
It is important to draw wisdom from many different places. If we take it from only one place, it becomes rigid and stale.
He tells his nephew that it's important to look to many different sources for wisdom, as only listening to one can lead to rigid thinking. This is not only excellent advice on keeping your mind flexible, but also on acceptance of others' cultures and ideas.
Understanding others, the other elements, and the other nations will help you become whole.
Number 6. Inner strength. Zuko and Iroh find themselves in dire straits after failing to capture Aang.
I know we've had some difficult times lately. We've had to struggle just to get by.
After Zuko robs to feed and enrich them, Iroh tells his nephew that honor can be found in poverty.
There is a simple honor in poverty.
There's no honor for me without the Avatar.
Although Zuko claims the only way he'll have honor again is by capturing the Avatar, Iroh suggests that even that might not solve their problems. When the young man despairs, Iroh warns him against giving up hope, claiming that during the worst times, we should give hope to ourselves. That's what having inner strength means. Words of wisdom for anyone who's faced a rough patch, which is pretty much everyone.
In the darkest times, hope is something you give yourself. That is the meaning of inner strength.
Number 5. A little help from others. During Iroh's tale of Ba Sing Se, he's nearly mugged.
Give me all your money.
Being the chill guy that Iroh is, he gives his mugger pointers on his stance after disarming him, before making him tea and lending him words of encouragement over his desired career of being a masseur.
So you really think I could be a good masseur?
Of course.
When the man expresses wonder that a stranger actually believes in him, Iroh tells him that belief in oneself is important, though help from others is also important.
This is so great. No one has ever believed in me.
While it is always best to believe in oneself, a little help from others can be a great blessing.
Self-positivity and helping others. If that isn't Iroh in a nutshell, we don't know what is. Number 4, look for the light. Death and a new show couldn't stop Iroh from dispensing wisdom. When Korra becomes lost in the spirit world and regresses to her younger self, Iroh happens upon her and invites her to a tea party with his spirit friends. However, Korra's negativity impacts the spirits around her, leading them to become feral and aggressive.
I don't like the spirit world! I don't want to be here anymore!
Thankfully, the power of positive thinking changes them back. Iroh tells her that even in the human world, looking for the light can lead you to find it, but pursuing darkness will make darkness all you ever see.
I can make the sun shine?
Even in the material world, you will find that if you look for the light, you can often find it. But if you look for the dark, that is all you will ever see.
His quote a little later on about our inner light being able to change the world is also pretty good.
But you have light and peace inside of you. If you let it out, you can change the world around you.
Number 3, leaves from the vine. For as positive and encouraging as he is, Iroh still has a deep personal tragedy, the loss of his son, Lu Ten. When Iroh was still a general, his son died during his attempt to conquer Ba Sing Se.
Iroh has lost his son. Your cousin, Lu Ten, did not survive the battle.
His return to the city brings up his memories of the event, and on Lu Ten's birthday, Iroh sets out a tribute to him on a hill beneath a tree, expressing his regret at not being able to save his son and singing the song Leaves from the Vine. This is more of a song than a quote, but it's still worthy of mention, if only for how much it makes us cry.
Leaves from the vine, falling so slow, like fragile tiny shells drifting in the foam. Little soldier boy, come marching home. Brave soldier boy comes marching home.
Number 2, look inward. One of the constants of Iroh and Zuko's relationship is Iroh encouraging his nephew to pursue his own destiny.
If you keep an open mind and an open heart, I promise you will find your own destiny someday.
While a certain flashback scene illustrates this pretty well, arguably this is the most powerful example of this advice. When Zuko discovers the location of Appa, Aang's missing bison, he pursues the imprisoned bison, hoping that it will lead him closer to what he thinks is his purpose, to capture the Avatar and regain his father's approval.
You never think these things through.
But Iroh confronts him, chastising him for not having a plan and urging him not to listen to what others have told him he should do, but to ask himself who he is and what he wants.
I'm begging you, Prince Zuko. It's time for you to look inward and begin asking yourself the big questions. Who are you? And what do you want?
Self-reflection is crucial to self-improvement and self-empowerment, and Iroh nails it here. Before we get to our top pick, here are some honorable mentions. Life's True Delights. Tea in Good Company.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Sharing tea with a fascinating stranger is one of life's true delights.
No, thank you for what you said. It helped me.
I'm glad.
Proper aging. Wisdom and flavor take time.
Toph thinks you give pretty good advice. And great tea.
The key to both is proper aging.
Help someone else. Karma is as karma does.
Sometimes the best way to solve your own problems is to help someone else.
Pride. This explains a lot about Zuko.
Pride is not the opposite of shame, but its source. True humility is the only antidote to shame.
Vast ocean. Only the truly wise can laugh at themselves. Or be this funny.
The stomach is the source of energy in your body. It is called the Sea of Chi. Only in my case, it is more like a vast ocean.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Dark Tunnel.
I don't know the answer. Sometimes life is like this dark tunnel.
Iroh's chat with Aang while going to rescue Zuko and Katara may not be long, but it contains this nugget of wisdom. After Aang shares his difficulties with the Avatar state with Iroh, he tells him that he doesn't have all the answers, and that life can be like the dark tunnel they're in.
You can't always see the light at the end of the tunnel, but if you just keep moving...
You may not always be able to see the light, but moving forward will bring you to somewhere better.
You will come to a better place.
And after everything Iroh's gone through, you know he's speaking from personal experience. Persistence in the face of adversity is a powerful skill if you can develop it. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.